Welcome to the Idaho Business Podcast, the only Idaho podcast focused on providing profits for Idaho people. If you love our state and love small business, you are in the right place. We interview local legends, learn business, and have way too much fun doing it. You're listening to the Idaho Business Podcast with your friend, host, and all-around great guy and owner of New Clean Commercial Cleaning, Spencer Ward.
Welcome back to another episode of the Idaho Business Podcast. We are here with Brett Clancy. Again, he's no stranger to the show now. He is owner of Christian Brothers Automotive in Meridian, Idaho. So welcome back, Brett. How you doing?
Great to be here. And I kind of feel like I'm on the Johnny Carson show. You've really made it when you get asked to come back. So
I like it. Yeah, you're great. We appreciate you being on the show. As always, we're sponsored by Dell's Outdoor Advertising. Unfortunately, they're not in the Meridian Boise market yet. I don't know what their plans are, but they do a fantastic job in the Pocatello and Blackfoot markets for traditional and digital billboard space. And if you call them and call Rob and tell them that you heard about them on the podcast, they will hook you up with this deal. You sign up for 3 months, at least 3 months, and you get your first month for free or your installation for free just by saying you heard about them on the podcast. So give Dell's Outdoor Advertising a call, 232-6886. Okay, Brett, it's been probably a year or so since we've talked.
The pandemic rages on.
The pandemic rages on. We thought, there was going to be some miracles happening, but those promised miracles have not been, fulfilled. So we just continue on like, good Americans and keep pushing forward, doing the best we can do. So, in the automotive business, what has anything changed for you since we've last talked?
One, we're a whole lot busier. The new auto sales, if you're looking for a new car, you better brace yourself and then prepare to maybe not be able to get something. And, and then all the supply chain woes that are hitting every other industry are hitting the automotive industry extremely hard. A lot of people don't even realize this, but even your new car, a lot of those parts on that car come from China. And a lot of those parts are sitting on boats, Lord knows where, but they're not on the shelf in our warehouses. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So probably our biggest challenge right now is supply.
Supply chain. Yeah, that interruption has really affected many businesses that I've spoken to in the past. But tell how is this interruption affecting how you properly set realistic expectations for your customers now?
Well, number one, I appreciate our customers that are patient with us. We have to explain to everybody that comes in that, in a perfect world, this is what we're looking at, but we're no longer living in a perfect world. And so sometimes these disruptions are extremely inconvenient. And of course, in our industry, not everybody's just got an extra car laying around. So if their car's down, that's a serious impact on the family and the things that they're trying to do. So coming in for a brake job and me telling you I'm going to have it all day today and part of tomorrow waiting for the parts, that's not something you want to hear. And it's not something we want to tell anybody either.
Sure.
It's extremely difficult. So, that is kind of the pressure on us is, we are dealing with a number one major asset of any family and a crucial asset for them to be able to continue their family operations is without disruption. So
yeah, and I'm sure. Oh, go ahead.
That just trying to set those expectations, realistically, and again, we just appreciate our customers that are understanding with us in this time. When I came here from Florida to start Christian Brothers here in the state of Idaho, and I was, even at the best of times, we call this the island of Boise, because it's like being in the Hawaiian Islands. Everything is brought in. There's not, you don't have 8 warehouses full of parts that you can call like we had in Florida. I even talked to my counterparts in Texas and Colorado and in Florida, and they're not having nearly the trouble we're having, but they just have a lot more choices than we have here. So, we have a limited supply to begin with, and then you throw this into the mix, and it's just making it very difficult right now.
Sure. For sure. And it's, and people that, these suppliers that maybe want to expand into those markets are maybe pulling back the reins a little bit too, to kind of see what, let's just get through this pandemic, and before we do anything more. So I understand that too.
Sure.
But you mentioned about, the, people that are being understanding, and you see so many, good stories and good things happening out there with people being good human beings during this pandemic. But you also have the other ones, that say, screw you, I'm going to another shop. Well, the ironic thing is that other shop's going to have the same problem. So
Sure. Yeah.
it's the patience factor, and being a good human being. No one's trying to keep your car on purpose. Obviously, you want to churn and burn as fast as you can, because it's more money in your pocket, more money in your business pocket. So it's fun to see people that are understanding, and it's unfortunate when you see people that just lack that. So
Yeah. I've got a guy that sent me a text saying he's going to sue me.
oh my goodness.
We had a part come, and it just, even when I order it and it's in stock, a lot of my suppliers are having big challenges with manpower. There aren't parts guys to deliver these parts, and so a lot of times I might wait for a part that should be here in 10 minutes, and I get it in 4 hours. And and then unfortunately, it sometimes arrives too late in the day that we can't, we don't have enough time to get it done. And so he's going to sue me over that. So that, whatever. But we just, and that's the thing too, that's extremely demoralizing on our team, because they all, I'm just blessed. I've got folks here that are just all about customer service and doing a great job. And then when you get people like this, it just, it can really, as I say, they throw a turd in your punch bowl, and it's tough to overcome sometimes, and so
that's true.
My job as the leader is to, try to keep things light and help people recover from that, so we can be our very best at all times. So, but yeah, it's just frustrating for us, because, we have a vision on the kind of service that we want to put out. And when we fall short, nobody's harder on us than we are. And so we've been having some rather energetic, should I say, team meetings, just dealing with the frustration thing. So
sure,
that's kind of one of those unintended consequences, I guess, of the times. Is just those, nobody thinks about a supply chain until there ain't one.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yeah. And I'm the first one to say that I hate giving excuses to any client, to any, to anyone, because of anything. But there is a main excuse that everyone's dealing with, and the supply chain, and it's the lack of people to hire, and especially in Boise. I can't remember what the exact wording of the stat I heard, but it pretty much came to the extent of you guys were like highest in the nation, one of the highest in the nation, to be able to hire with the least amount of people, qualified people to hire. right now. So it's got to be difficult for you guys to find and maintain good talent, you know?
Oh, yeah, and it's, my last two hires came from out of state. One guy came from Nevada and another guy came from, real blessing. Another guy came from a Christian Brothers Automotive in Aurora, Colorado. And
Oh, nice.
so that never happens to me up here in Idaho. So, but that's who you're getting. And, unfortunately, with everybody that's moved here, a lot of people, they're coming here, but they're not bringing their service providers with them. So,
Mm-hmm.
The whole service industry, and you're neck deep in this too.
Yep.
The population has really outstripped the service industry, and it'll take us years to catch up.
For sure.
For where we're supposed to be at, and then for me, to open a Christian Brothers Automotive, it's a 2 to 3 year process to do. So it doesn't just, I don't just walk down the street and buy a building and throw lifts in there. It's, everything's got to be built to a standard. So it's
Sure.
very, and while everything's moving, it sounds great, but all these city governments are all overwhelmed with all the requests for everything. So everything is super slow.
Yep.
And I'm gonna look back at what was it, 2013 when I built this place and thought it was slow. I think this was lightning fast compared to I think what I'm in for now if I want to start.
Sure. Sure. That's interesting. I think part of it too, with the people out there that are struggling with finding employees, thinking, I can't afford to pay that much. You got to think everyone else is suffering with the same thing. Everyone else, the only solution to your problems is you got to raise some prices. You got to raise some prices. And you're not the only one on the boat doing it. Like everyone out there, you see everyone. Your suppliers are raising prices. My suppliers are raising prices. And obviously, you don't want to do that, but to stay in business and to stay efficient in what you want to accomplish as a company, that's necessary during this time. So unfortunately, I've seen companies that went out of business thinking, and all they said was, we can't find employees. Well, you should have tried raising your prices and raising your wages. That's the first step. The Idaho Business Podcast is sponsored by New Clean Commercial Cleaning. This is my company, guys. I'm telling you, I'm not just because I'm the owner, the creator of it, but we are a great company for servicing your janitorial needs, your carpet cleaning needs, your stripping wax needs, all your floor maintenance needs. We are there for you. Everything is backed up by the "we're not perfect" guarantee. And if it's pretty much if you call and we don't get a hold of you, you don't get a hold of us, we will call you back within an hour and fix the problem within 24 hours, or the cleaning's on us. So that is our promise to you. And if you call or go into the Idaho Business Podcast website, click on the New Clean logo and book a janitorial solution huddle with us, and mention that you heard about us on the podcast, you'll get 2 free restroom floor cleanings for your office for free. Tile and grout in your restrooms will be sparkling clean. And that's the offer. Tell you, take us up on it. You won't regret it. There's no strings attached. So go see them today.
This is the end of part 1 of a 2-part episode. Tune in next time to hear part 2.
Congratulations on spending a couple of minutes getting a little bit smarter, having some fun, and supporting the Idaho business community. If you're feeling the love, make sure to subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you are.